Hey there, how we doing? My name is Sherilyn, and I'm here to do your weekly tarot reading. This one is going to be for my Scorpios, and this particular reading here is going to be for October 6th, which is Monday, through Thursday, October 9th. I should be back on Wednesday to do your bonus readings and get you through the weekend, okay? I think this reading is somewhat timeless, at least the beginning of it. At the end where I do the days of the week is different, but for the most part, when you find this video is when you're supposed to, I think, okay? All right, we're just going to pull a basic spread and see what Spirit wants to talk about. This one's for Scorpio. Okay, let's see what we get. I got Scorpio, 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 Scorpio. Okay, let me see what we got. Alrighty, we're going to open this list with the Strength card. Okay, followed by the Ten of Cups. And then in the challenge position, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So this is your backstory or your recent past. This is what we're building on for this reading. So we're opening with the Strength card. I mean, this is Scorpio's reading, so we all know Scorpios are resilient. You have more than enough strength to deal with anything. But I think even you have moments where you wonder if you have the strength to get through certain things. You have obviously here in the recent past set your sights on what you believe to be your wish fulfillment or your emotional fulfillment, okay? You know what direction that lies in because you're a Scorpio partially, but it's probably the hardest thing to possibly get, right? You've picked the hardest possible challenge to try to get to it, but at any rate, you have zeroed in on what you want, and there are days where you question whether you have the strength to get there. However, I don't think you ever give up. It's just a matter of some days are harder than others, right? The challenge here is the Eight of Pentacles. So the challenge here is you are 100% committed to this goal. Okay? No matter what, you're not giving in. This is where you're headed. That's what it looks like. Okay? Okay, so that's not really all that bad. That's your backstory. Let's see where you're at currently. So currently where you're at. You have the Two of Pentacles. So there is a strong imbalance here. You're having a very hard time attaining any sense of balance and an even harder time maintaining it, right? If you can get balance for a second, it just slips away. Like you can't manage to hold on to it. The next one over is Temperance. So there is definitely a need for a great deal of patience, both towards yourself and others around you, and a situation in general, it feels like. Okay, and the challenge in this line is the King of Wands. So this is how you're presenting. You're presenting as the King of Wands. So you've zeroed in on what you want for emotional fulfillment, and yet the challenge here is you're not so sure you want to be restricted or tied down. Is that what we're looking at here? Well, I can see why that would cause an imbalance, right? So maybe this Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles is not so much an imbalance as possibly you're juggling. Is that what we have here? Are you juggling between two different things? Doesn't have to be two different people, but there is something here about, with the King of Wands being the challenge, and that's how you're presenting, so there's definitely something here about you. Number one, standing in your masculine, and number two, not really wanting to be very restricted. Looking for a sense of freedom and adventure. Okay, let's keep going. Hopefully it'll play itself out. What do we got? In the near future, you have the Four of Swords and the Five of Cups. In the challenge position, you have the Empress. Okay. So in the near future, all this imbalance, you have the strength, but all the imbalance is going to lead into you needing time to heal and recover from a situation. The next card over is the Five of Cups. So there's a huge sense of loss and regret here in the near future for some reason. And that's what you're having to try to recover from. The challenge here is the Empress. I get the feeling you are presenting as the King of Wands. And so the challenge is the Empress being whoever this person is that you believe you can have the emotional fulfillment with. When you think of them in the near future, it's going to be coupled, it looks like, with a strong sense of loss and regret. And a need to heal. And I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why that's happening here. I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, what else we got here? Let me see. I've got the Six of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. So somebody here is giving to more than one person, huh? With the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, I feel like somebody in this situation, they know what will bring them emotional fulfillment, but you're but they're still giving to two different people, or are you one of the two people being, I'm not sure. This looks more like, it looks like it's you that is 100% committed as far as what you believe will bring you this emotional fulfillment, but I don't know that you've 100% tied yourself into that situation. Meaning I feel like you are, for some reason, giving to another situation as well. Juggling two things. Here you're presenting as the King of Pentacles, putting you in boss energy. You know, and with the Nine of Pentacles, you are insisting on holding on to a sense of independence, even though you have found what you believe will bring you this emotional fulfillment. And I think that's where this loss and regret is coming from. Maybe the other person isn't on board with this, or I don't know. Let's see. I got time for probably 6 more. So let's see. What do you got here? Okay, what do we have then? I've got the Knight of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. So who are the players? I've got a Queen of Swords and the Empress, King of Wands, and then the King of Wands is evolving into the King of Pentacles, huh? So who's the Queen of Swords? Oh, what are you doing here? I don't know what you're doing right now, really. Let me see. Got the Two of Swords. Neither do you. With the Two of Swords, you can't decide. The Three of Cups and Judgment. Somebody's being judged. Somebody's having judgment called on them, and it's over juggling in a situation. Somebody has a third party here or something. I take that back. I don't know if somebody has a literal third party or if somebody just has an energetic or emotional third party. Either way, judgment is being called in the situation. Whoever the Queen of Swords is, that person is looking for clarity big time, okay? And I believe your wish fulfillment is that they not find it, and that's the truth. And I'm not exactly clear on why, but I know, because I don't know what part who's playing here. So maybe that means for different Scorpios you have a different role in this. Okay, let's get 3 more and then I'll do the days of the week. I have the Emperor, see, the High Priestess, and the Four of Cups. So there's a huge sense of dissatisfaction overall in this entire dynamic that we're talking about here. And it has to do with secrecy. So I'm not sure which, I think I've got the players straight, but I don't know exactly what position everybody's playing, really. But there's somebody here, there's a lot of secrets. There's a lot of things being done in secret. There's a lot of situations here that are secret. It's caused a huge sense of discontentment. And with the Emperor here, there is no sense of compromise, meaning everybody has a side that they're staunchly standing on, and nobody's willing to compromise to find middle ground. So it looks like a tough situation. What do I got for Monday? Monday I have the Lovers and the Six of Swords. You're trying desperately to sail this love situation off into calmer waters. Somehow. Tuesday I have the Fool and the Devil. Yeah, this whole situation feels like it's tied to the devil, to be honest with you. There's definitely a lot of obsession here, to be certain. And with the Fool, there's people acting foolishly, I feel like. Wednesday I have the Hierophant and the Two of Wands. So somebody here has a higher level of commitment. I'm not sure which person, but somebody does. And everybody's at a crossroads right now. And Thursday, what do you got? The Hangman. You're feeling stuck and wounded on Thursday. This feels like something's bubbling to the surface. Something done in the dark is starting to bubble to the surface, Scorpio. And I'm just not sure exactly which part you play in this, but that will be the deciding factor in how it plays out for you, I guess. Strange reading. I hope that somehow helped. I don't know, and I hope it made sense because it was back and forth. But there we go. That's what I got for you this time, Scorpio. Okay. Thank you.